Are you ready to share some of my memories? You will. Great.
Congratulations, it's a girl. What would you like to call her?
I would like to call her Cecile.
That's a good name.
You will go home in 3 days, however, you'll have visitors.
Gaga, why?
She almost said her first word.
Look at there, she fell, let me test her. Sorry to hear, the center of the head has blood in it, she has head disorder.
What? That's sad to hear.
So, I had disorder in my head, so, I wear hair accessories ever since I was a little kid. Do you remember when I had my first Christmas?
Okay, Cecile, let's see what you got.
A bear, a bear. Thank you, Mom and Dad.
You're welcome. I hope you like your stuffed bear.
Well, I went to Beyond Elementary. In pre-K, we had milk and cookies for snack, and did you know milk can make you grow? Yes, and if you ask, where does milk come from? Well, milk primarily comes from cows, specifically dairy cows, which are raised for milk production. In the United States, most of the milk consumed is from dairy cows, produced on an industrial scale. The milk is produced in the udder of female cows. While cow's milk is the most common type, it's important to note that not all milk comes from cows, as there are other sources like goats and plant-based alternatives.
Okay, before we eat our milk and cookies, we'll read Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes by Eric Litwin. Oh, and Cecile, will do I Love My White Shoes parts, and the goodness no, parts. Pete the Cat was walking down the street in his new white shoes. He loved his shoes so much that he sang a song.
I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes.
Oh no! Pete stepped in a pile of strawberries. It turned his shoes red. Did he cry?
Goodness, no.
He kept walking along and singing his song.
I love my red shoes. I love my red shoes. I love my red shoes.
Oh no! Pete stepped in a large pile of blueberries. It turned his shoes blue. Did he cry?
Goodness, no.
He kept walking along and singing his song.
I love my blue shoes. I love my blue shoes. I love my blue shoes.
Oh no! Pete stepped in a puddle of mud. It turned his shoes brown. Did he cry?
Goodness, no.
He kept walking along and singing his song.
I love my brown shoes. I love my brown shoes. I love my brown shoes.
Oh no! Pete stepped in a bucket of water. All the red, blue, and brown were washed away. His shoes were white again. But now they were wet. Did he cry?
Goodness, no.
He kept walking along and singing his song.
I love my wet shoes. I love my wet shoes. I love my wet shoes.
The moral of the story is, no matter what you step in, keep walking along and singing your song, because it's all good. The end. Alrighty, time for milk and cookies. Are you enjoying it, Cecile?
Yep, it tastes really good.
Wasn't it great? Miss Brooks also read Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes, by Eric Litwin. And boy, milk tastes really good. Let's share the moment of having dinner.
So, Cecile, how was school?
I had a good day.
What did you do?
We had milk and cookies, and read Pete the Cat.
Y'all, you want to hear my song? You will? Great. Then here we go.
Cecile Bernard rode in with flair, dressed in colors bright and rare. All the folks cried out with glee, Cecile's here, come dance with me, with the smile that shines so bold. tales of laughter she has told. Through the town she brings delight. Join her song, it feels just right. Cecile Bernard, a shining star. Every heart she's touched, near and far. With her laughter in the breeze, life is sweet as honeybees. Feel the rhythm, tap your feet. Join the joy in every street. Cecile leads the happy march. In our hearts she leaves her arch. Cecile Bernard, a shining star. Every heart she's touched, near and far. With her laughter in the breeze, life is sweet as honeybees. Feel the rhythm, tap your feet. Join the joy in every street. Cecile leads the happy march. In our hearts she leaves her heart.
So, what are clowns? Well, clown, familiar comic character of pantomime and circus, known by distinctive makeup and costume, ludicrous antics, and buffoonery, whose purpose is to induce hearty laughter. The clown, unlike the traditional fool or court jester, usually performs a set routine characterized by broad, graphic humor, absurd situations, and vigorous physical action. Piano, a keyboard musical instrument having wire strings that sound when struck by felt-covered hammers operated from a keyboard. The standard modern piano contains 88 keys and has a compass of 7 full octaves plus a few keys. The vibration of the strings is transmitted to a soundboard by means of a bridge over which the strings are stretched. The soundboard amplifies the sound and affects its tone quality. The hammers that strike the strings are affixed to a mechanism resting on the far ends of the keys. Hammer and mechanism compose the action. The function of the mechanism is to accelerate the motion of the hammer, catch it as it rebounds from the strings, and hold it in position for the next attack. Modern hammers are covered with felt. Earlier, leather was used. The modern piano has a cast iron frame capable of withstanding the tremendous tension of the strings. Early pianos had wood frames and thus could only be lightly strung. Modern pianos are therefore much louder than were those of the 18th century, an increase in loudness necessitated in part by the size of 19th century concert halls.
Well, Cecile, I'm so happy you got AA+.
Thank you, Mom.
Well, that's my early years. Thanks for the memories, goodbye.